Hey guys, Jagus here. This is Jagus Reviews. Alright, so finally got the Zealot Ze21. Super stoked about this. So I bought it off of Shein. It's gonna cost you about $197, I believe. And then I think Temu also has them, but they're more expensive. I don't remember how much they are. So Shein also selling the S89, I believe, for about 140. No, sorry, 160. So very affordable. Definitely a cheaper way to go with the Zealot brand. And I had no problem with delivery or anything. The box is not very beat up or anything for the most part. So now this speaker is super heavy. This is definitely heavier than the S89. I'm thinking it's probably slightly bigger, but in a different way. It's kind of shaped interesting. So let's take a look. RGB lights, waterproof, USB-C, TF card slot, and I'm not sure what that is. Let's get us a little closer for a minute. So got the big passive radiators. All right, so we've got 5.3 Bluetooth, so not the newest, but not bad. DC 5 volt charging. Should be USB-C if I remember correctly. Working voltage 14.8 volts. So it says 20 hertz, 20 kilohertz. That's just what some companies say, just like Sony does that with all of their speakers. It's not actually like accurate. I don't know why they don't give you the accurate one, but JBL, Harman, some of those will give you a much more accurate reading. So looks like we can stereo connect. I'm going to try to stereo connect this and the S89 and see how that sounds, but I'm guessing it sounds pretty dang good. I'm really excited for this speaker. I hope it sounds even better than the S89. Alright, I'm going to move this for a sec. Let's go ahead and... Oh my goodness. Yeah, that is a big speaker, super thick. So it does come with another shoulder strap, nothing crazy, and then your little Zealot bag, which has your charging cord, aux cord, and also should have your like put together book, your manual, all that. So let's take a quick look at this, guys. All right. Oh yeah, this thing looks pretty sweet. It's huge though, but in a different way. The Zealot S98, which is down there, is definitely wider. Now our ZE21. So I actually dig the greenish yellow around that. Not bad. It's got a green underside on that handle. Let's take a quick look here. We got our, so same as the S89 power to link them together, EQ, our RGB lights, mode, play, pause, volume up and down. Now I just want you guys to take a quick, oh shit, sorry, almost lost it. Look at how thick this speaker is. That is a thick boy. Super, it's almost like a big barrel, but kind of, I don't know, it's super wide. Anyways, on the sides, we have massive passive radiators. Those have got to be, let me see if I can find my tape measure. And it does not look like I have that in the room. We will definitely measure these out, but I would say that's got to be at least maybe 10 inches by 6 inches. So that is massive passive radiators. They've got some good stiffness. So I'm hoping these ones don't have the wobble issue or anything like that, which from what I've heard from friends, it does not. This is supposedly an upgrade of the S89. Bass, sound, mids, all of it is there in this package. So on the back, it is the exact same. So you've got your USB-C in, USB-C out, TF card slot, aux, and USB out and in. I'm guessing that is, yeah, that's just going to be your USB stick. All right. Yeah, that's heavy. That's definitely heavier than the S89. It's gotta be. That thing, this is like a tank. Super heavy, which is good. That means you're getting good drivers, big magnets, big battery. Weight is not a bad thing at all. Unless you have tiny arms and it's hard to carry them. But most of these come with a strap. So let's see if we got some juice. All right, we got juice. Now we just have a RGB light that goes almost all the way across, so just two. The S89 has a full strip, which we will put these up against each other. So RGB lights are definitely working. You've got them on the passive radiators. Looks like everything's good. All right. Sorry, I'm a little out of breath from carrying that thing. So let's go ahead and get hooked up to it. Let's listen to some music, see how this thing sounds. I am expecting at least as good as the Zealot S89, but I'm hoping it's better. I'm hoping no wobble on the passive radiators. I'm hoping a little bit more put together volume altogether, and the mids I'm hoping are here, present, and everything we want with the S89, that we got it fixed with the CE21. So meet me back here just a second. All right, guys, so I've got this all hooked up. Now, just keep in mind, this is a three-way setup. I really love three-way setups as long as they're done right. So that means the one subwoofer, it's actually facing up and down instead of horizontal. It's vertical. And then it's got your two mids, and then your two tweeters are going to be up there. Mids about here, subwoofer there. So pretty interesting. They definitely went with a very interesting design shape and stuff for this kind of a speaker. I kind of like it because it is definitely unique. It's its own thing. It's a big freaking almost square barrel. So let's go ahead. I believe it is on standard EQ, maybe about 50%. Let's go. I don't know how much battery is in this quite yet. I'm already hearing better mids. Ooh. Yeah, that sounds good. That bass is crazy. It's a substantial amount of bass. Okay, we're at 55%. Let's go ahead and do bass EQ. That definitely has a lot of bass, but it's at least usable. You just don't get a lot of the highs and mids. It definitely is all bass. Turn it up a little. And no passive radiator wobble at all. All right, let's go to the voice EQ. That kind of sounds good too. Okay, let's try some pop. I actually really like the highs on the voice EQ, and you're getting a ton of bass still. Let's turn it up a little. 70%. Let's go back to standard EQ. Also sounds good. Oh yeah.
All the things I used to sacrifice just to please you, just to call you mine. But look at me now, I have the time of my life. I'll call you friend, and I'm so done with the trap.
Alright guys, I'm gonna pause it there. So this thing is sounding dynamite. I love the Zealot S89. I think that sounds super great. Like I said, it does seem like it lacks in the mids just slightly. This Zealot Ze21, they fixed any and all problems that were present with the S89. You've got mids, you've got the highs, which are just super sparkly. It sounds even clearer than the Zealot S89. You've got more thump and more of that drum and bass kick. I'm feeling it in my chest a lot, right sitting here right next to the speaker. Those passive radiators are moving a ton of air. So this thing it sounds great. I'm excited to put this up against the W King X20 and all of these other ones, but this is the Zealot S89, but everything even better. Better bass, even more punchy, still reaching super deep. That volume is great. Highs are sparkly. It's ultra clear. Not lacking in the mids anymore. I mean, this is definitely the complete package. This sounds so much better. And I love the S89. I think that one sounds super great, which you could get for $160 to $260, just depending. But this might be my new favorite altogether. It sounds so good. Bass boost mode, it's very usable. However, at those lower volumes, it does over boost the bass. Just like, in other words, like you're hearing way more bass than anything else. So it kind of drowns out the mids and highs. I'm sure at the higher volumes, it probably evens itself out a little bit, but very, very usable still. It's just, if you're just crazy and just want a ton of bass, bass boost mode is going to be for you. It's usable, very usable on this one. I personally think that the standard EQ sounds awesome. And honestly, the voice EQ actually sounds really freaking good on this one too. So props to Zealot. This thing is heavy. You know it's got quality components inside. I think this is the heaviest speaker I own. And big, massive battery in this one and the S89. Those passive radiators are just putting work in. Let's do one quick bass test. Now this is gonna be, does it wobble? The passive radiators.
Hey, look, I'm like, if you broke, just say that.
Oh, man.
Ain't no need to hate. You should know that I don't play that. No, we can't debate. I'm like, if you lame, just say that. No, I can't relate.
No
But you
wobble.
should know that we don't
Dang,
play
those
that.
move so crazy.
I can't debate. I'm like, if you broke, just say that.
Holy
Ain't
crap.
no need to hate. You should know that I don't play that. No, we can't debate. I'm like, if you lame, just say that.
Holy
I
crap.
can't relate. But you should know that we don't play that.
Alright guys, that was the biggest test. That was the song that wobbled on the S89. No wobble. And those passive radiators, dude, those move way more than any other speaker. Any other speaker, you're getting like an inch of excursion, maybe a little bit more, inch and a half. This thing is giving you like 2.5 inches of excursion. That is crazy. Those passives are absolutely putting in some serious work. But anyways, I'm loving it so far. Would I recommend this speaker off of the first impressions? Heck yes. If you want a amazing sounding speaker that gets super loud and has crazy bass, this is definitely the speaker for you. It's not the most pretty speaker. It's very unique in its shape and everything, but I kind of dig it. Really actually dig it a lot so far. About $200 on Shein, $197. This is under $200. That's insane. So yeah, very, very, very well worth it. I would pay a good chunk more than $200 for this. Definitely into like the 300 for sure. I know I went a little overzealous when I said I'd pay a lot for the S89. Realistically, I'd pay around 300 for either or. I really like them both. With the S89 though, we've kind of had it long enough. We've seen some of its problems and stuff. I think that is fairer to be around like that 250 mark or so. But dude, this is freaking a great speaker. That bass is thumping. I love how much bass this has and those passive radiators. So this is the final product. The S89 was like a prototype. This is the final product. It's tuned better bass, more punchy. It's got the mids. I mean, it's the full package. So we'll see you guys on the next video. Let's put it up against probably, I suppose the S89 first, right? All right, guys. See you later.